clock is ticking faster.
We finally got the last trailer for Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald. And oh boy, we sure had a lot of new information thrown at us. Welcome to Super Vaganza, and here are 10 super things you missed in the new trailer for this new Wizarding World saga.
Join me. Or die.
But before we get started on some magic, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and ring that bell to get notified of every new video. And be the first to be informed about the latest pop culture entertainment stuff. Let's start our list. Number 1. Nagini's origin story. The most expected one has to be when Credence Barebone, who is trapped inside a cage, name drops the name Nagini, calling a new character, played by Claudia Kim, as she rapidly changes into a snake, who is one of the main attractions at the Circus Arcanus. Fans completely lost it, but the real Potterheads already had created this theory many months ago, believing it to be the snake from the Harry Potter movies, also known as one of Voldemort's Horcruxes, who Neville Longbottom ultimately kills at the end of Deathly Hallows Part 2. Number 2. Dark Silky Stuff. This movie will be set in 1927, a year later of the events of the first one, and in various places, one of them being in Paris. According to what we see in the trailer, the city will be covered in strange black silky blankets, and many believe this to be a beast called Lethifold. But these blankets seem to be brought by none other than Grindelwald himself, as part of his quest of gathering followers for his pure blood supremacy cause, as seen with this image of a raven symbolizing the House of Lestrange. Doesn't this name sound familiar? Number 3. The French Academy of Magic. Since the film will be set around Europe, and in depth around Paris, another thing could be concluded from the trailer. We see in a brief moment an explosion happening in the mountains that seem to be on the border between Paris and Spain, known as Pyrenees. We've learned in the fourth Harry Potter movie, The Goblet of Fire, that the French School of Magic, entitled Beauxbatons Academy of Magic, is placed in the same location. So since we already saw the French Ministry of Magic in this trailer, we sure will be presented with the French school too, even if it's only a glimpse. Number 4. Parisian Diagon Alley. Speaking of the French School of Magic, there must be a place for children to buy their supplies for the school year, or even for adults to access a wizarding bank, just like they do in London, back at Diagon Alley. Although we can't see its French equivalent in here, its entrance must be assumed when Tina Goldstein is next to a moving statue of a woman, and it moves its dress, certainly, revealing a passage. That's a creative solution, and a much less ostentatious option when compared to the moving brick wall in Diagon Alley that Hagrid opens.
Welcome, Harry, to Diagon Alley.
What might be Tina up to? Number 5. The romance between Dumbledore and Grindelwald.
Dumbledore, why can't you go?
I cannot move against Grindelwald.
J.K. Rowling revealed back in 2007 that Albus Dumbledore was from the beginning created as a gay character. When this news first came out, fans freaked out, some praising it and some against it, accusing the writer of just having made this up to be more inclusive with her audiences. It was irrelevant for the main plotline. But under this new series of films, made under the new brand, Wizarding World, this information seems crucial to justify why can't Dumbledore be the one to defeat Geralt Grindelwald. This sure is an effort from the author to have diversity in the franchise, and even having a main casting with people of color included, such as LETA Lestrange, played by Zoë Kravitz, and Nagini, played by Claudia Kim. Number 6. Past characters, same actors. If you are a person who likes consistency, even in the casting of actors for movies, instead of replacing them easily, we have great news. The casting team for Crimes of Grindelwald needed to find actors to live the lives of young Dumbledore and young Grindelwald to appear in flashback scenes. And since the two actors had already been chosen for the same roles more than 10 years ago for the Deathly Hallows, they were able to bring them back. Toby Regbo, known for portraying Prince Francis in CW's hit show Reign, will be reprising his role as Albus Dumbledore, and Jamie Campbell Bower from The Mortal Instruments as Geralt Grindelwald, as shown in the mirror of Erised scene. Number 7. Sites of a Muggle World War. In this blink it and you miss it scene is a visible scenery of war with Newt in it. We can't say for sure, but since this movie happens to be between the First and the Second World War, it can either be a vision from Grindelwald, as he is a seer, or can be another flashback, this time from the global wizarding war that ended in 1927, the same year as the film. One thing is for certain, there is going to be a lot of action from beginning to end. Number 8. A never-before-seen beast. Seems like the supporting characters, also known as the Fantastic Beasts, will continue to pop up, even if the franchise isn't specifically about them. And in this second adventure, we will be presented to new ones. First was announced a 4-legged Chinese beast called Zowu, and this time it will be, according to Pottermore, a kappa, a Japanese water demon that inhabits shallow ponds and rivers. They are often said to look like a monkey with fish scales instead of fur, and has a hollow in the top of its head in which it carries water. It will work closely with Newt, as seen here, and it sure will become useful, as its characteristics are unique. Number 9. Are LETA, Lestrange, and Credence related? Apparently, J.K. Rowling likes to create a lot of incredible plot twists, and this one surely is one of the biggest. Her characters are connected in ways only she could think of. According to a family tree investigation led by Tina Goldstein, Credence isn't just an ordinary orphan deprived of doing magic all his life, but a descendant of pure-blood wizards. His true name isn't Credence Barebone, but Corvus Lestrange, the 5th of his name, son of Corvus Lestrange, 4th, and of Clarice Tremblay.
Your mother was a wicked, unnatural woman.
LETA Lestrange shares the same father but a different mother named Lorena Kama, who is irrevocably related to Yusuf Kama, that we see searching for Credence at the circus. Number 10. Queenie goes to the dark side. This one is a complete mystery for almost everyone. In the last moments of the first Fantastic Beasts movie installment, Queenie seemed to be very happy about Jacob's bakery's success, and above all, his happiness. But in all the footage for the second adventure, we barely see her, and when we do, it is just for a few seconds, and she's always by herself. The theory here is that she might be with some kind of depression and against the wizarding laws in America, and just gives up the ideals of the supremacist in order to help be with Jacob again. Even though Grindy is against muggles having relationships with wizards, we can see her touching the symbol of the Lestrange family, the Raven, the biggest followers of the Dark Wizard, the equivalent of the Malfoy family in the Harry Potter saga. And later in extreme pain, maybe because she is in confrontation with herself. She is also a powerful Legilimens by birth, very rare, making her able to read anyone's thoughts as she does in the first movie.
Could you stop reading my mind for a second?
And the 3 other persons we know are able to do this to are Salazar Slytherin, Severus Snape, and Lord Voldemort, all of them from Slytherin House. Maybe Queenie is really going to the dark side, or Grindelwald might be trying to control her mind.
Will we die just a little?
Have these 10 super things got you pumped for November 16th? Do you think Voldemort will appear in any of the new Fantastic Beasts films? Did you notice any more super things in the final trailer? If so, tell us in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, share it if you want, and subscribe to know the latest super content of pop culture stuff in the channel. Thank you.